episode 2 of the Elden Ring playthrough. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get a couple weapons, set up my build a little bit, get some armor, do some lovely things like that, and then we're going to go battle Margit, something like that. But we're going to go battle him after I get some stuff situated. So I mainly want to go get the greatsword. Maybe get some better armor for that, some more lightweight, not maybe lightweight, but some armor for that, so that it'll be a bit better. So let's go get that sword. I remember that at my hair.
Oi! You there?
Oh, that's
Could
right.
you help us out, Cully? Yeah, you there? Stop pretending you can't see me. Oh, yes. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bok. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you came along, really. Oh, what a shame. When they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned. And so this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me.
Mushroom. I thought.
Or, if you can afford to wait for a while, I could sneak back into the cave and bring back something of actual value. Then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon. Right, but I'm frightened. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore.
I remember my first playthrough when I went to go do that, and I remember it was fun, but it also sucked. Because I got absolutely shit on, to be honest. Like, probably not even that, maybe like 15 or 20 times, because I never first getting into that game, and getting in there and everything like that. right back when I'm out of the cave and I'm where I need to be. Alright, and we're back. I got out of the cave. Didn't take too long, actually. I probably could have recorded it, but it's not too entertaining for you guys, probably, to be honest, so might as well cut it out. I actually need to find the nearest site of grace. Get out of here. All the way around. This and rest so that I can reset their aggro. That'll definitely be nice. Okay, so I'm level 11. I need to figure out. I need to be. Okay, so it's a heavy load. I would have to drop a couple things, which I'm okay with. But I need my strength to be at 31. Okay, so that's what I need. So now we're going to go do some level grinding. I have the flail. I'm going to go get the coin for the double EXP. And I'm going to go kill that dragon to go get some XP. So I can wield the greatsword. So let me go grab that. I need to figure out where it's at. The golden butterfly or golden scribe, whatever it is. And I'll be right back once I have that all situated and I'm on my way there. Alright. And we're back. So what I'm going to do is a little bit longer kind of explain what I went and did. So more or less after leaving off, saying I was going to go get the room, I basically went down to the waterfront here, grabbed the golden foot, where I then went over, so I took this all the way down, and then I came down here, and there was a broken car about halfway down this path, where I went and got the Rolling Star, which is basically just like a giant maze for blood loss. Where I took that then up to the same Agiel Lake North, where I followed this path up north up to the Third Church of America, where I then took the portal road behind it, which took me all the way up here. I ran down the stairs and through the bridge, which then took me over to the Erdtree, where I then ran around the Erdtree over this area where there's a giant dragon, where I kind of beat the crap out of it. So it gave me points, and that's how I ended up getting some money for some early on, because the whole end goal here is to get the greatsword, which I now have, which is nice. So I'm going to put my points into strength, and hopefully I can get up to where I need to be. If not, that's a little depressing. I'll just have to two-hand it, which I was already planning on it, but it'll be a little bummer if I can get it to myself. Hoping I can level up and put everything into strength. We're just going to play straight build at this point, which would be fun. Yeah, nice. We're going to confirm that right there. Awesome. And then we're going to put the rest into vigor or health. Actually, we're going to raise that in my... Yeah, we're going to go... gonna go like that, I think. Which now I can. I just want to take care of these two things off of my stuff. Sick. Alright, this one's gonna be my first time playing through this one. I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. So on a good note, we're gonna push through this gate front here, and we're gonna get up to the top. I'm gonna go meet Margit. Video there. So I'm just gonna push through this and get up. I've never played for this part right here. Never have. I don't want to take the time to try and defeat that. That's a lot of work. But I'll stop here. Item. Keep going up to the catacombs. Side of Grace. Jellyfish buddy, everything like that. See how I that's fun. I think I'm gonna enjoy this. I'll be able to do it this time. I'll take that.
Everyone who came only to have their arms taken. Did you know? If you're grafted by, it's quite a lark when you're all on your own, are you? And heading to Stormvale Castle. Enticed by the one in the white mask, I suppose. Well, that makes us two peas in a pod. But I don't have your courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off. Or legs. Or your head. I want to be like everyone else, but I'm just too scared. I'm nothing but a craven. I know. Can you take this little... The poor and the spirits will be glad of your company, I think.
It's not bad.
It was a pleasure to see. Oh, can you pass on a message for me? If you see the little chrysalids in Stormvale Castle, tell them I love them. And that, despite my craven heart, I'm sure I'll be joining their club soon enough. I'm finally getting the hang of this whole pain thing, you know. It was a pleasure. Oh, can you pass...
rest, fill my health. You know, we're gonna go into battle. I'm just gonna see how it is, and I'm gonna walk in. We're gonna try this thing, you know. See how I can do this one. Where's resting at?
Foul tarnished. In search of the Elden Ring.
I love this.
Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
You know, I actually think his first one here is harder than his second one. Spoiler alert, I apologize to anyone if this, which I don't first try. You're gonna stay and watch. From here, you're gonna just see a compilation of just death after death. If and a death counter, tell you what, just get it. Keep trying. Kind of what I had after reading him tonight, and then. Okay, I knocked over my water bottle, knocked over a bunch of other stuff. So much fun with these cats sometimes. Also, I'm gonna start tilting real fast. deaths, a lot of figuring out. But you know, I started figuring it out, especially first time using this great sword. I've never used a heavy weapon. I only ever used the katanas and daggers and like the curved swords and stuff like that. And so using something a bit heavier, a two-handed sword, because I used to dual wield when I played this, and so it's definitely a change of pace. It took me a bit to figure it out, but I finally got it down, so it feels nice. I'm excited to continue this playthrough, but for now, I think I'm going to end here, and on the next episode, I'll play a little more in here. I think I'm going to go do the Fanged Beast down in the castle. I don't know, but I'll go do some stuff. I'll make sure to hit some side bosses and make sure you guys are having fun here. That's what I care about. I want to make sure you're enjoying this and everyone's having fun. So, on that note, I will see you guys in the next episode.